Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be showing you some stretches for coccyx pain. Now, to do this I need to show you a little bit about where the coccyx is, and then we're going to go through a series of 4 stretches and an exercise to help you relax the muscles around the coccyx bone. So, to know where the coccyx is, and most of you probably know where your coccyx is, it's the tailbone, it's the very end of the spine. So if you look at it like that, you can see that it curls underneath our body. Now, there's actually muscles that attach to this coccyx, this little bone. There's muscles that attach to the back part of it, to the sides here, and these are your glutes. Your big glutes actually attach that side, and they can move the coccyx backwards. And then your pelvic floor muscles that run underneath here and through the side here can then move the pelvic floor, can then move the coccyx forward. So the coccyx can move backwards and it can move forwards. So muscles that hold it backwards or hold it forwards can cause pain in that area. And a nice little study that I've got linked above shows that doing some of the stretches that I'm going to show you today can help relieve coccygeal pain. So we're going to go through those stretches in just a moment. And if you want a program, I have one both for men and for women linked above that will help you get a really good stretch for those areas as well, and a relaxation for those areas. So let's get started with our stretches right now. All right, so you'll need to be on the ground to do these stretches, and we're just going to take the stretches slowly and gently. If you feel any discomfort, obviously stop them straight away. So I'm going to show you at home. You might like to pause the video and take a little bit longer with each stretch. The first stretch is a lying down stretch. And this is a stretch for the middle of the buttock. It's called a piriformis stretch. So I'm going to take my left leg right across the other knee and then bring the knees into my chest like this. You can hold on behind the thigh if your knees are sore, or you can hold on around the front of the shin. Now you'll feel this stretch right in the middle of the buttock when you hold it. And you're thinking, what's that got to do with my coccyx? This muscle attaches to tissues that actually attach to your coccyx. So take the stretch gently and just breathe and relax with the stretch. And to do the same stretch on the other side, I'll lower my legs down. I'm going to cross my right knee right across my left leg. So you can see very cross there. And again, either hands around the back of the thigh or around the front of the shin, and bring those legs directly into your body. And again, this time you'll feel a stretch right in the middle of your right buttock. Now in the study above, this stretch was actually held for a period of 2 minutes, and it was performed a couple of times in a row, 3 times a week. So that was the prescription in that particular study. I tend to recommend stretches held for 15 to 30 seconds each and a couple of times in a row. And let's take that one down, but it's up to you depending on the amount of time you've got available and whether the stretches are irritable for your body or not. You might want to do a little bit less when you're starting out. Second stretch is a glute stretch, which you might have already seen. Take your left foot up, turn the left knee out, and again you can bring the legs up. You can reach through behind the thigh if it's difficult for you to reach in front of the shin. You could even use a towel around the front of the shin if you need to. The stretch is right in the middle of the buttock again on the left leg. And again, just breathing out and relaxing with the stretch. And I'll take the leg down, and I just want to show you on the other side as well. So my right leg's coming up, turn the leg out, turn the knee outwards, and then slowly and just gently bring the leg off the body, reaching through around the thigh or around the shins. Again, now to stretch in the middle of the right buttock, and that's where I'm feeling that stretch there. And I'm going to lower down slowly. And the final stretch I'm going to do and show you in this position for your coccyx is actually just a hamstring stretch. So you've probably seen this one before, bringing the leg up. Keep the other leg bent. Hands behind the thigh. If you can't reach that, you could always use a towel to bring the leg up. And keeping the toe pointed towards the ceiling, so I haven't got my foot flexed. I'm not putting any pressure on the nerves. I'm keeping the toe pointed upwards. And just gently guide the leg in towards your body, towards your chest. Important that you keep your lower back on the ground there, and again just breathing out with the stretch, and you'll feel that stretch through that big muscle belly through here. And this stretch again attaches to tissues into the buttock, into the sitting bone, and again that attached to the coccyx. So it's quite interesting, isn't it, how some muscles can then affect structures like the coccyx. Doing the other leg. Hands behind the thigh, bring the leg up, and again just guiding the leg back slowly. Again just relaxing with the breath. and we'll take the leg down slowly. So we're now coming into our final stretch before we actually stretch out the pelvic floor muscles. So coming onto my side, and I want to show you two little variations of this stretch. The first one is included in the study. This is an Iliopsoas stretch. This is a stretch for the muscles that cross through the front of the hip here. So this stretch can be done in this long lunge position. You take yourself into a long kneeling position. We're stretching through here across the front of the hip. So if you tilt your pelvis forward and down, that direction, you'll start to feel the stretch. Now I've got my right leg back. I need to raise my right arm high above me and tilt slightly to the left. And that's how you'll stretch both parts of that muscle. And I'll just do the other side just as a demonstration for you. You can again, as I said, hold it longer at home. So we've got the right leg coming forward, the left leg is back. I'm going to rest my body weight on the front thigh, lifting my left arm up this time, lunging forward so that I'm really getting a good stretch to the front of that left hip and tilting across and coming back down and right down. And this stretch can also be done lying on a bench, and you can see the image above with that particular stretch if you like to do that as an alternative stretch for the front of the hip if you're unable to kneel. So finally, we're going to go through how to relax your pelvic floor and those muscles that are deep. You can see them in the image above, the deep coccyx muscle that actually attaches to the coccyx bone. So again, coming around, and you don't want to be sitting on your bottom, do you? You want to be lying down comfortably, taking it right down, legs down. If you've got a pillow at home, you can insert them under your legs. Just allow your legs to roll out comfortably, arms down by your sides. And there's a bit of visualization and breathing involved in this stretch. So what I want you to do is to breathe into your belly. So breathe in so that your belly rises, and then let the air out slowly. So when you breathe in deeply, your pelvic floor tends to relax. Again, breathe into the belly. So you've really got to get a belly breath there, breathing into that lower abdominal area, let the belly rise, and let it sink down. Now think about the area between your sitting bones. Visualize that area, and think about letting down and out through the anus as if you're passing wind and as if you're passing gas. So I want you to breathe in and soften down, let down through the pelvic floor. Let the anus lower down and breathe out slowly. This takes a bit of practice. Let's go one more time. Breathing into the belly. Visualize the sitting bones. Visualize the area between the sitting bones and lowering that area down, and visualize allowing yourself to pass gas. You can feel the anus move down slightly, and then slowly relax. And you might like to try that a couple more times just with some relaxed deep breathing in this position. And that's a very good thing to practice regularly as well. So what have we gone through? We've gone through a number of stretches that are involved in stretching the muscles around the coccyx, and we've also gone through how to relax the pelvic floor muscles that can pull the coccyx forward. So I really hope this information helps you relax through your pelvic floor and relax the pain in and around your coccyx. I'd love to hear from you if you've got any comments on how these exercises help you at home below, and I look forward to exercising with you next time. Bye for now.